Sorry for that, ladies and gents. Well, not that anyone's watching anyway, but hang on a second. Do we stay right side up if I flip it all the way around? Yes, we do. Check my live feed on your phone to see if you're right side up. Cricket? What?
Yes, I'm a cricket. I'm a cricket vampire. I got the jumps.
You're not as young as she.
Shush, no one needs to know.
Okay, so no, back up and going.
Yeah.
All right, so you met up with your friend. You met up with your friend. You guys met back up. You got everyone in the group back together.
What is on the preview full page on the Alice show. When I brought it up, it was on like.
Oh, well, that's probably because he was still messing with it.
No, after he sat down.
Oh.
Don't know. So.
Don't you dare take your pants off. Because I see him look, I looked over, I just gotta see him fiddle with his pants. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't pay that much attention to me. Dude, he didn't say we get it.
People don't need to know what's going on under the table. Give me inspiration.
You just see the DM screen slowly going up and down.
No, we seen the TikTok.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you tilted the phone. Thanks.
So that's what everyone knows. Don't hit the tire button.
So, what are you guys doing now that you got your party back together?
Well, let them know that I've got people that can check around things in daylight for me that can possibly give me information.
I hand him the card.
Okay. Around Brian's.
Yeah. Okay. All I did was put the other charger in there.
Interesting.
Okay. Okay, so he handed you the dentist card. You've informed them that you have a gang that can.
I've got a group of people. I know it's thinking.
You got a group of people that are keeping eyes open for you. So what do you do now?
We were gonna go back to the building that the guy was killed in.
Okay.
Take a look outside to see if there was something we missed.
And would it be a good idea to talk to or see if anyone that lived next door might have heard anything?
Might be alive, but I definitely can't.
No, definitely you cannot. Anyone who has beauty can. Me and you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyone else got beauty?
LeBeau.
Okay. So,
One guy is naturally with the.
so the ones who cannot.
Lizard boys.
I'm Lizard Boy, thank you very much. But no, so the ones who have no points in beauty can be checking out the room for anything else, while the rest of us can be knocking on neighbors' doors and asking if, not telling anyone that we found a dead body, but ask if they might have heard anything last night coming from that room.
Is there any local bars or taverns up there?
Yeah, the nightlife is still going on.
I'm gonna walk into the closest bar.
To where the apartment is?
Huh?
To where the apartment is?
Closest one to the apartment, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna work with him on knocking doors.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look around outside underneath the window, see if there's something.
Alright, so I'm gonna need, like individual social roles for you guys.
Is it just social? Just solid social?
If you have persuasion, I'll let you use persuasion.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
No,
walk
I don't.
when I go to the bar, I'm gonna find the bartender. Like, y'all know if there's any new dentists or anything, because all the ones out here really have problems. I got bad teeth.
The bartender, he's kind of like cleaning a glass for a second, and he looks back at you and he goes, gazes into your mouth, and he's like, "Yeah, you definitely got something funky going on around there."
Yeah.
Which is really funny for you to hear, because as he like brings his lip up, you can see that he's got like some teeth with holes in them. Others are like really yellow and like covered, and others kind of have like a black
Yeah.
going on. Plus, he's got like a wad of tobacco, chewing tobacco in his cheek.
I'd say, well, I ain't trying to be rude, but I was in a boating accident, so my ship got, wrecked. I really need to get some work done. Have you heard of any new dentists? Because all the ones I've tried so far, it's all been worse than before.
Yeah, I don't know how good that guy is, though. He seems like a bit of a kook to me. I went and I spoke to him, and he told me he couldn't do nothing without putting some kind of metal in my teeth. It was weird.
Where he might be.
I think his cart's probably around the French Quarter.
On the French corner? Well, traveling dentist thing.
Well,
Yeah,
right,
he-
no traveling dentist thing, I get it.
Well,
Well, I saw him today. It was just. I'm not gonna let some stranger put hot metal in my mouth.
no.
He said he called it like a filling or something like that, but I wouldn't be filling anything except for a lot of pain. You're putting hot metal in someone's mouth.
Ain't that for sure. Of course, a little etouffee might help take care of that problem right there.
What's that?
A little etouffee.
I don't know what that is.
Etouffee is like a breaded soup dish in New Orleans with crab and shrimp in it.
Oh well,
It's like a pie.
I'm Irish, so I'm not familiar with French dishes, but that sounds really good.
Things haggis only with a little bit more spice and flavor to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that.
Y'all might want to try some.
I'll get down to the French district at some point and give it a try.
Well, best of luck to y'all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and don't hesitate to bring your friends in if they want to drink sometime.
Oh,
I can use all the business.
I'm about to go meet up with a few of them right now, so I'll let you know.
All right, good.
Y'all have a good night now.
Good night.
Just spits in a cup and puts it down, doesn't even start cleaning.
Actually, spit on you.
A little bit.
Sorry.
You missed, it was supposed to be on his shoe.
Damn it, you got plenty of practice.
We've been fake spitting all very long.
this guy, tell him, why,
Okay.
explain it to the bartender.
So, what was your social role?
It was 12.
Mine was
Or
19.
wait, no, 13.
13?
Mine was 19.
19? Okay, so you got a couple people to answer, but they didn't open the doors. You got one person to open their door. And they just kind of crack it open and be like, "Oui, monsieur?"
Who did that?
Hi, yes. I've been here trying to get a hold of, and I say what door, and as I point, I sit there and say, I was told that there might have been a ruckus going there last night. Yeah, last night.
"Oui, monsieur." Oh, something she's just going off in French.
And my character's just sitting there going like, can you do that in English, please? I'm sorry, I can't speak French.
Okay.
Like somebody.
She's like pointing at the door and she starts going off in French again.
Okay.
From the body language, you're kind of getting like there was a she's trying to tell you about a loud ruckus that happened, but there's a language barrier.
So she could understand what I'm saying? Since that she was able to respond like that?
She saw you point to the door,
Okay.
and that's kind of what.
And ruckus is a thing for like.
Alright, well, I kind of just like bow my head a little bit.
She gives you a standard French farewell.
Au revoir.
Yeah. And she kind of closes the door.
So I go over and see how these two done.
What did you two do?
I looked to see if there was anything out of place underneath where his window was.
Wisdom roll, please.
About the time I meet
You can add your survivalist to it.
I meet up with these guys, so I look for whatever. I show up at this point. He's like,
15.
I might have a possible lead.
21.
21?
Yeah.
There's no broken glass or anything. No footprints, nothing. It's odd how little evidence there is here. Like that's a clue in and of itself.
Yeah.
Well, it's either someone cleaned up real good, they knew the person and let them in, or they are just good about sneaking their way fucking in.
Well, we're standing in mud and stuff underneath the people's
Yeah.
stuff, and there's no sign that even a dog went through.
Right.
So there's nothing. Somebody cleaned this up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm talking about, like, say someone jumped out of the window.
Yeah.
There's nothing that would indicate that. Or there's no broken glass. There's like dog prints and like standard kind of footprints from people walking around in the area. But there's nothing that would indicate somebody fell from that height and caught themselves or.
Nothing yet.
So they definitely left through the door.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing yet. And you look on what you were looking for.
Just some woman who couldn't speak Spanish. Or French. Could not speak English. She only spoke French.
French, huh? Ooh.
I doubt she'll open up her door again.
Oh, you never know.
Have fun. As I point to the door.
Let's see. I will open up on the door.
You hear in French, 1 minute, mister. And the crack of the door, she starts saying something and then she realizes that it's not him.
Sees me in the background though, just kind of going like.
She's like, "Oh, hello, sir," and she's still speaking in French, but you understand it.
What do you mean? I wish to make an inquiry, if I may, please.
Is this what he was here asking
Yeah,
about?
I understand. He doesn't speak French. She's not that well educated.
Oh, okay.
If I may please, do you know anything about the gentleman who was residing in that room there? We heard
I-
there was a macaque, something like that.
He was a very pleasant neighbor. He never made much noise or anything like that. But the other night, there was a really big kind of clash, like a noise in there. It sounded like two dogs or some kind of animals fighting in there. And a young man was found going into the house earlier.
Oh, really? If I may, could you describe it someone?
About your height, dark hair, well groomed. His dress didn't fit his age. It's hard to describe. It was just off. There was something very strange about him.
So it's close to his age, like
He was- he-
style or at a day?
It seemed as though he was overdressing. Like he was dressed too fancy for a man, almost as if he had never worked, but somehow maybe he had inherited some sort of money or something.
Okay. You've been very helpful, my chef. Please, if you ever need anything, look me up. Maybe I can pick you up for dinner. Have a nice
Oh, you flirt.
one man that I am,
I-
but I am also very sincere. You have helped me and my friend very much. Thank you.
I am actually currently engaged, but I may be able to assist you in finding a date with my sister if you're interested.
If she's as good as you, that may very well be a very good day.
She starts to kind of blush and everything, and then she's like, if the man who lives there is okay, give him our best wishes. He's a very good neighbor to have. He's been very pleasant with us.
I most certainly will, no doubt. Take her hand, kiss her. I say thank you, and you have.
She
a
kind of
good day.
jumps at the coldness of your touch.
I am
a
sorry,
little
I
bit.
was handling some cold water.
And she's like, no problem, but maybe you should spend some time around the fire
we.
and warm yourself up a bit.
I was moving ice earlier, so.
Okay, have a good night. And she closes the door.
I'll back in with everybody knows what I found out.
So what were you doing when they were?
Sitting patiently and calmly, trying not to look too unpretty.
So you do
Look
that.
out.
You do that very successfully. You are the best sitting there trying to look not unpretty.
After I get done looking out the window, looking around the window, I want to investigate the inside of the door to his room.
Okay, well, when you go to the main door, it's locked. And you kind of hear a shuffle inside.
I inform them of this.
Person. Instantly ready for combat. Like, well, first off, my character, if everyone's in the room, just shuts the door, and then
Was it the Cupid shuffle?
No, this is the door to the apartment.
Yeah.
You guys aren't inside
oh,
the
we're not even in.
apartment.
Okay.
Something behind this locked door is shuffling around.
Does anyone know how to organize? I said, like my character's whispering, but he's asking if anybody in our group knows how to wall climb.
Yep.
Get outside, go and get up the window. When you hear sounds happening, come on in.
too.
Yeah. I'll make sure nobody's outside watching me.
Okay, give me a wisdom roll. I don't think you have any awareness, do you?
Yeah, awareness would be here.
Okay.
One for the wall crawl.
Well, he's not saying for the wall crawl. He's just saying for the roll he was talking about.
This is for you to see if anyone's looking.
13.
Don't look like anyone's looking.
Okay. Stay to the darkness side of it. You know, kind of hide the shadows.
Now, I don't think you need
So
to roll for a wall.
that's gonna cost one willpower. Do you want to just do like a Spider-Man crawl up, or you wanting to straight up walk with your hands free? Okay. So you crawl up to the window, and you kind of peek in the window. Give me another wisdom roll.
Just wisdom?
Yeah, because you don't have awareness.
16.
Okay. So as you peek into the window, you actually see a figure who's Spider-Maning up on the ceiling. Like you see that they're out there. Do you have senses?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. You fully see them, and this figure looks more human than you. He looks like a young man. His eyes are like straight red, bloodshot, and he's got black veins going up on the sides of his faces and stuff. And this may be the dampier you were looking for.
Anyway, cuts back to us.
Yeah,
Does the door open towards these guys or into the room?
it opens into the room.
Anyway, so after waiting for a little bit to make sure he has enough time to get in there, my character is. Has anyone actually tried to open up the door?
It's locked.
My character's going to just boot the fucking lock.
Okay, give me a power.
Just straight
Roll.
power.
And melee.
Before he does this, I'm gonna go down to where I'm not being seen. For when he kicks the door open.
I stay behind everyone.
Like, I'm gonna head down the stairs a little bit so that way
Okay.
if people look out, they're not gonna see me.
Okay.
19.
Okay, so you kick the door open, and you from the outside looking in, you see the door get kicked open. After you kick the door open, what are you doing?
Well, before I actually enter in, I'm going to be looking around to
Okay,
make sure that there's no
give
one
me-
like in the way.
Give me your own perception. Do you have awareness?
No.
Okay, so that's going to be a wisdom roll.
Nothing added on for senses, right? Just
Nothing's added on for sense.
17.
Okay, so you kick the door open and you start kind of the rush in, and just by the luck of where you're looking, your instincts tell you to look up, and you see this figure hanging on the ceiling looking down at you.
Okay.
I'm probably going to say this is the initiative roll here.
Yay! And I forget, how do we roll initiative again?
You just take a d6 and add your agility. Oh!
Not bad.
Can I borrow someone's pencil?
Yeah.
It's
Right on
right
the
there,
other side of
so-
the DM screen.
Thank you, sir. Here, you can have yours back. I can also borrow a piece of paper. Thank you.
Oh no, it's a competition to see who can give the DM the shit the fastest.
Well, I have it available.
But no,
You two can decide amongst yourselves who goes
One.
unseasoned.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
I got 6.
5.
Thomas?
Okay, 7.
And Cooper.
Why is it this way, man? Fuck.
So which one of you? Okay.
we rolled the same, and then we rolled to see who would win first. We tied twice again, and on the third one,
Okay,
we just
so
decided.
the Dampier realizes that you've noticed him,
Yes.
and he drops down in front of you. He's going to do a claw attack.
Okay. Now you have to remind me how the defenses work.
So you can
It was like
considering this
endurance.
is melee.
Yeah.
This is going to be your agility
Okay.
and your melee roll.
Okay.
Do you have proficiency in hand-to-hand?
I think, because I think we've done something involving that earlier. Where was hand to hand?
Right
Oh
about
no, it was
something.
martial weapons. My bad.
Okay. So he's gonna do a straight up claw attack on you.
Okay. Now, do I need to roll anything?
Yeah, you're going to roll your agility
Yeah.
and
The melee.
the melee.
Right.
Well, no, you have your sword out already, right? You've already said that. Okay, so yeah.
He's attacking us.
No, yeah, you started it.
What'd you roll?
17.
Okay, so he drops down.
Is that including with my shield?
Yeah, you would add to your shield to that.
Okay, so that's 19.
Okay, so he drops down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
he does this claw attack against you, slashing at you, and he is able to get past your shield. You're not quite able to get it up all the way to block yourself,
Right.
but he kind of comes up and he gets you for 2 hit points worth of damage.
Okay.
And that's with the first attack.
Mm-hmm. Do I need to roll again?
Yeah.
Again?
Okay, you take the first claw attack, and now you see his other hand coming up, and you quickly take your shield, and you bat that arm down, and you're able to defend yourself. And he kind of draws back, and he's like, and you see that he has these massive fangs, and these claws are like hardcore ready to go. And after that, it is Season Dave. You just seen him, this Dampier attack your ally from outside the window.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna move to the window with my sword.
Okay, so that's going to be a
Try to
melee.
try to run it through his back.
That's going to be a melee attack on the window. So power and melee.
Okay, so I can throw it, I'm trying to stab him in the back with his back to it.
Okay.
Oh, unless it begins as the stick your action.
We're live now, this ain't that good of a dragon.
Oh, I know.
It's gonna get us.
18.
18. Yeah, that's more than enough to break the window. I'll say that you broke the window as a bonus action because that's not really going to take a whole lot of time. And you jump in there and you make it to him and go ahead and do your slash attack. Since I have that. 23. Okay, so you do a strike up against his back, and what looked like he was wearing a suit, you hear and feel a resistance underneath the suit. And he kind of looked a little bulky beforehand, and now you know why. He's wearing shit underneath.
Yeah.
So you didn't quite roll enough to break his defense for that one, but at least you know you cut through the suit. You tore his suit up. After that, it is Isaiah.
So my character is going to attempt to bite.
Okay. So that's a melee and a power, or a melee and agility.
Either one works. They're all the same score right now.
Okay.
And then, do I add anything on for the bite other than just the 2
Yeah,
extra
plus
damage?
3.
Plus 3.
I believe bites are plus 3.
Yeah, it's plus 2.
Okay.
Plus 2.
Yeah. Plus 2 lethal. Oh, I forgot that. There you go. 18.
Okay. So you hear like the resistance, the thud
Oh,
that his.
I would like to try to use my neurotoxin if it does hit.
Okay. You hear the thud of his blade kind of go up against the armor, and it just kind of looks like if there was any damage, it would just be kind of like superficial damage. But he leans forward, and you see your chance, so you go in and you bite him. Add your poison.
1.
Okay, for a whopping 3 damage.
Okay, does the neurotoxin do anything?
It poisons them.
No, I just didn't know if it had any other effect. I don't have the paper to sit there and look at. But yeah, that works.
I did it, guys! I heard him!
And he also gets a point of stun.
Ah, okay.
Okay, after that it is Topher's turn, but he just went downstairs.
Remind me at the start of my turn I need to roll a d6 again.
For what?
In order to get to regain the venom.
You can only use it once per encounter. That's probably the older version of the game.
Oh, probably. I was about to say, all I know is I just remember to keep that pulled up so that way I can actually.
Plus 2 once in my melee attack. I just give it this stick back, but I got plus 2 to the weapon.
You forgot the +2?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done much anyway. You made 25.
I'll just go ahead and give that 1 damage point. He barely outrolled you. So.
I'm gonna go downstairs and get me one. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you another water.
Yeah, I can go for a refill.
I'll be done take a quick break.
I'll see if they want to use the same cup or not.
Yeah, we might as well just go ahead and take a quick break. I'll pause the live and.
No, okay,
To the 4 people who are watching, we're going to take a quick break, and then we will continue the game. Let's see, how do I go to pause?
Just something I remind myself.
No, I don't want to end it. I want to pause. So we're back. One of our members is still in the restroom, but we're back and the fight is continuing. Topher, it's your turn. So far what's happened is
It's just one guy.
Dave's
And he's only taken 3 damage so far?
4 because Dave forgot to add his +2 with his sword.
Did we discuss if we were going to try and take him alive or just end it now?
We
No
didn't discuss
discussion. No discussions about this has taken place.
Yep.
I mean, but did she even give us actual orders on what to do with him when we found him? To be fair?
Just to deal with it.
Right.
So,
I say we
that's up
separate
for
his head.
Yeah, that's up for interpretation, like he was gonna say.
Yeah, and at this point, it's probably already been decided.
Reach in my
At
coat,
this point,
grab Rosie and just
if
bring
we-
her around and try to clock him with it.
At this point, if we take him alive, we take him alive.
Yeah.
If we kill him,
It's no big deal.
Okay. So you're trying to whack him with your hammer.
Take this one and scoop it in front of you.
All right, give me a.
Said we need anything smaller.
I would say this is a martial weapon. Do you have proficiency with martial weapons?
Not yet.
Okay. So this is going to be just a power roll.
Plus whatever your hammer gives you, right?
Yeah, plus what the hammer gives you.
So it
If
should
the
be
hammer's
plus,
two-handed, ain't that a great weapon?
Well, is that,
well, just depending on what his actual skill gives.
does that add to the damage or to the attack itself? 'Cause it just
Uh,
damage.
It will add to both.
Okay.
The difference in the rolls is what generates the damage done.
Yeah. 20 for the attack.
As you bring the hammer around to try to whack your opponent, you hear a hard thud as the steel from your hammer hits a kind of place, and you kind of hear him go, but other than like a quick knocking of air out, it's not really a solid strike. You're just kind of like, okay.
Maybe I should have been a little bit more specific. He found out that he's wearing like metal underneath the clothes, but no one's really said anything yet about him wearing it.
But when you bring him around, clock him in the head, it hit his helmet.
No, you hit him in the chest.
You were swinging for his head, but just based off what you rolled, you ended up swinging a little too low on him.
Yeah.
Is what he's trying to say.
We can't hit him, guys.
Alright guys, back up going.
Well, you're rolling against whatever he gets, and he's got bonuses from his armor. So
We'll keep going.
okay, so after that is Thomas.
I'm going to use my enthrall. And I'm going to, let's see here. For my enthrall, I'm going to try and compel him to stab his own neck.
Okay, what can you read enthrall for me real quick?
Compel a creature to do as you ask. This contested role may include forgetting something they've seen, attacking an ally, or harming themselves. Target. Oh wait, never mind. The target must not be aggressive, but whatever.
Is that if you want to look? I don't know.
Okay, so never mind about that. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to. Let's see. I just want to make sure something first.
They got something going on over there?
Yeah.
Okay,
No. That's cool.
I am going to
I couldn't figure out what
just
that movie
come
was.
around and try and stab him with my claws.
Okay, that is a power or an agility plus melee if you have melee.
Uh, 10. Or no, 9.
Plus 2 because your claws.
3. Oh, wait, no.
3.
Plus 3. No, it's 13 with the claws is 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, he moved too quick, his armor's too tough.
Yep. I'm too weak.
Unseasoned Dave.
Okay. Did anyone come out to see the noise?
Not at the moment. All of this has been in 6 seconds.
Okay.
Get in the room, shut the door.
Can I get into the room?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go and get into the room. And how far from the staircase is that?
Staircase.
I would say about 10 feet.
10 feet? Alright. So I'm gonna go get beside him and try to hit him with my claws.
Did you close the door?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so the door's wide open.
Yeah.
Okay, so make your claw attack.
You got scared that little neighbor girl.
16, 20, 23, 26.
26. Okay, so you do 3 damage. And his clothes and the armor that he's wearing is starting to look really fucked up. He's still looking fine, but what he's wearing is starting to look really bad. It's his turn again. He now sees a bunch of vampires grouping around him. So, the boat. Realizing that you've come from the window, what he's going to attempt to do is he's going to try to push you out of the way and make his way out of the room. So, give me a melee and a strength roll.
So power.
Yeah. Okay, so he attempts to power through you, and you're like, "Not today, monsieur!" And you push him back into the middle of the group there.
It reminds me of one of those cartoons, you know, where you sit there and you see the cartoon characters getting the shit beat out of each other, and then like you see one try to escape, and you see a hand reach back in, hold him back into it.
Now, because there are all of you ganging up on him at the moment, those of you who make your attacks this turn, especially since he couldn't get away, you're going to have lucky dice on your attacks.
Good.
So, first up is Seasoned Dave. You just stopped him from trying to run away from you.
I'm gonna take my sword and go for his knees.
Okay.
You have lucky dice.
That means by using
Take your lowest dice if there's multiples of the same. Okay, so re-roll that one.
19.
well, 19 plus 2.
You rolled a 21?
Yeah, 21, sorry.
21? Is that including your bonuses? Okay, so you push him back into place and you do a quick swipe, and he's just able to dodge out of the way.
Miss his legs, cause I was going his legs.
Let me guess, he was off by 1.
If he would have got one more, he would have done damage. Like, unlike in D&D when it comes to striking someone,
Yeah.
you need to have a difference in the dice for you to do damage to somebody.
Yeah. I'm just saying this, like, I was going for his legs, not his upper body.
Well, what he's saying is,
Yeah,
he said
I
it's
missed.
based on what you roll.
No problem.
Isaiah, it's your turn.
getting pushed backwards, I'm going to attempt to, like, bite again.
Okay.
And you said I would need to re-roll a d6, right? You can change that. I'm back here.
Yeah, you don't need to roll a d6 to get your venom back, because you only get your venom back
Okay.
once per encounter.
Alright, so power. You say it was melee, right?
It can be, yeah.
Okay.
You attempt to bite and he moves out the way.
You bastard.
You guys have not fought anything with this kind of speed before. It's actually throwing you all off a bit.
That's right. We really haven't fought anything other than a deer, so.
Like he's got armor on and he's on a blood high. He's recently drank. So
Yeah.
So, mind if I ask, isn't it a good thing I suggested going to the apartment? Because the plan when we found him was to let it wait a couple of hours.
Yeah. So it's your fault we're fighting a full vampire.
Now, that, who sent who out there looking to go get him?
Oh, you mean go get him? I said to enter the room once all commotion started.
You started the fight?
So after Isaiah, it is Topher.
Try to get through the crowd and try to bite at him.
Okay.
Get him. I don't like that face you made.
21.
This again. It's that armor, man.
How much more until his armor breaks?
Not too much, actually.
You need a 12 and.
You guys just need to hit him.
Yeah, I know.
The armor's saving his ass.
Barely.
Yes, it is right now.
Thomas,
I'm gonna attempt to claw at him again.
alrighty.
Nope. There's too many ones. I'm seeing way
So
too many.
10 total.
Mine was all 6.
Did you add your plus? What was it? Plus 2 or plus
The
3?
10 is with the plus 3 for the claws.
Wait,
Yeah.
but nobody's adding their lucky dice.
That's true.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, this round everyone has lucky dice on their attack. So Topher would have hit more, could have hit more, and
Oh.
Thomas can re-roll his 2 ones.
Oh,
I
okay.
could have hit more, but I didn't. Because I had a 1.
Reroll that one.
5, 7, 8.
6.
So that would have made your attack what?
Let's see, it was 21 earlier, so that would have made it up to a
27.
No,
25.
would have made it 25.
Okay.
Mine only goes up by 1,
So-
so I doubt that even hits.
After you made your strike,
Mm-hmm.
because with the lucky dice you did
Right.
make your strike,
Yes. Okay.
his armor is actually depleted to the point where it can't protect him anymore.
Yay!
Which means that Topher actually would have hit. What was your roll a second ago?
21.
21? Okay. So,
Not counting the lucky dice.
Well,
yeah, not counting lucky dice, but still, we're trying to get this right.
Yeah.
So, he only beats you by 3. So, and the armor bonus was plus 5. So you actually did 2 damage to him. And I can guarantee you, you did not hit anyway.
I know.
How many ones did you have that you re-rolled?
I had 2 1s. I rolled again. I got a 1 and a 2.
'Cause he naturally gets 5 dice for both
Right.
attacks and defense
Right.
So the attack roll and the damage roll is the same roll?
Yeah.
for him.
Okay.
Well, for everybody, like when you roll to hit, it's
Yeah.
your attack versus
If you
his
roll
defense. If
48
you roll
to
higher.
hit, you do
It's-
48 damage.
It's your turn now.
If you roll
Okay.
out.
Basically, it's whatever the difference between the two rolls are.
He still looks,
Then why?
for the most
then
part,
why not roll
relatively
damage on
untouched.
something early?
Okay.
but you can tell that that armor is now, that ain't gonna help him any.
I have no idea.
Okay. Can I shut the door without using my action?
You look back at the door, and you see the neighbor's door beginning to creak open.
Shut the door, shut the door, shut the door, shut the door.
Don't ruin my day. Shut the door.
I do not have a disengage system when it comes to this game.
Okay.
So if you wanted to run, shut the door, and run back, he's not going to get some kind of attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That attack of opportunity is not here.
Yeah, I'm go shut the door.
Okay.
My character's just like, shut the door, shut the door, shut the door.
So you run, you shut the door. That's probably like a bonus action to you.
Okay.
And then you run back.
Alright. And then I'm gonna hit him with my claw.
All right.
Let's see, that's 27, 30.
That flank went in my head and I just started strolling away from it.
Oh. Oh no.
Roll another 6 and add on to that. You critted.
Another 6?
Yeah, roll another d6.
Okay.
1.
And then
Okay.
add.
So you ended up doing 15 damage to him. Now he's looking fucked up.
Get him! Jump him!
It's his turn.
Yep. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna use a hunger to heal 1.
Yay! Oh wait, can anyone do that, or is that just something
Yeah.
he's got?
And whenever you take damage, you can use a hunger point to heal d6.
Is that a bonus action or an action? Or...
That would be a bonus action.
Awesome news.
And then he will do 2 strikes against you since you didn't let him pass.
Why do I get an extra D6 for the damage for my body if I don't get that D6 for the attack?
It's
This
kinda like
this
a
can either
smite.
be your
You
power
can
or your
choose to
agility.
use it
plus
after
your
you
melee.
know you hit.
Just depends on what kind of fighter you are. 15 altogether? Okay, so he comes up angrily with his claws, slashing at you. You get 1 point of damage against you.
You just got a little bit of a close shave from it.
You just nicked yourself shaving. It's okay. And he's going to do his second attack against you as well. He misses you with that one.
Nice.
Just barely. He also rolled 16. So it's now your turn to retort.
Sword. Head.
Alright, you're going for the head. You barely missed him. You caught a couple of his hairs. As he ducked underneath.
Barely.
That's your turn.
He's like,
Alright.
Wait, lucky dice.
okay, that would've been,
Does he still have it this round?
Yeah.
You rolled the
Okay.
same thing anyway.
Okay.
lucky dice must have left him.
Because you guys are still ganging up on him.
Okay.
It's basically like our version of advantage.
Yeah.
He's outflanked like a motherfucker.
So this time I'm still gonna go for a bite anyway.
Okay. dispatch this damn here?
As he's busy trying to deal with Dave here, my character is going to basically just kind of like reach forwards, grabbing a hold of like his chin, lean him real far back, and I just kind of like and just rip his throat out.
Okay. Well, as you bite into his neck and rip the flesh off of his neck, he immediately like drops down to his knees and he's like, like you didn't think that you bit that part of his neck, but you actually ripped into his air holes so he can't breathe on top of bleeding profusely.
He's drowning in his own blood.
And at this point, you start hearing, Monsieur! Monsieur!
Get the door. Get the door, Frenchie.
Okay.
I'm gonna move the freshly killed guy where he's not gonna be seen.
I'm not gonna lie, my character's not caring what's going on right now. My character is literally just trying to feed at the same time of checking pockets. Let's see if he has any other evidence on him.
Well, okay, we'll deal with that.
God,
in
no,
a
you'll deal with
second.
that after a second.
So, who's answering the door?
Frenchie.
I think I could do something with my dark gifts.
Do you speak French?
I do not.
It's not needed for the dark gift. Right?
Well, I know.
So you're gonna attempt to use the dark gift?
If everyone is like out of the way,
I'm about to say, yeah, go ahead.
I go to the door.
Okay.
How dare you? She's a nice lady.
You open the door and she's like taken back by your appearance and the fact that you're a stranger in a house she's never seen you before. There's a bunch of racket that just happened inside.
So yeah, it probably wasn't a good idea to do that because your beauty is not intact right now. We've all been in combat, so we all look like dead corpses.
Well,
Except that's not what I'm aiming for, though.
I know.
Okay. I just
yeah, I forgot that a corpse just answered the door on top of him.
I know. That's why I was just wanting him to go answer the door. Just like, talk through it.
Okay, so I go to the door, I open it, when she sees me, I just look into her eyes, and I say, let's see here, forget everything in the past 5 minutes.
Well, technically it's one word, but they understand what you're
Well, this isn't a one word thing.
This is an upgraded version.
This is enthrall.
Yeah, that's
okay.
okay. So I believe this is a contested roll.
Yes, contested roll.
So this is going to be how much willpower are you using here for this?
I guess all. It says here 3 willpower use. It doesn't say anything about increasing it.
Okay, so go ahead and use 6 dice for this roll.
All right.
If that's
Differential
your-
list.
well, what's your wisdom?
My wisdom is 4.
Okay, use 7.
All right.
Just so you know, you can see what she rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, you're supposed to roll another d6 because you critted, but
I don't think it's necessary in this case.
Yeah,
It's a 6.
I don't think it's necessary. So 37.
Yeah.
Okay.
You actually, she doesn't respond. You just see her face go blank, as though she had just been like, am I being neuralized? And she's just standing there.
And as she is, I just close the door quietly.
But yeah, she went from being scared and panicked, aghast to
Shock.
What was I doing?
Shit out of her so much she's traumatized.
Well, now she doesn't even know that she's seen him.
You know for a fact the erasure in her memories worked. You don't know how good it worked, though. If it's just that 5 minutes you erased, or if it was a little bit more.
Comes back being like, dismayed.
So there, I saved us. Saved us in the shoot.
Now everybody out the window, get the fuck out of here.
Oh no, we're taking the body with us.
What do you take with you? Get out the window, get us. Fuck out.
So, you were wanting to go through pockets, so that's
Yes.
going to be a wisdom roll.
Yep. 16.
Yeah, you search through the clothes the shreds of the clothes that he was wearing, and you actually find that he was wearing some kind of custom-made, like, body-tight metal plate underneath his clothes. So he was well enough informed to wear something like that. And on top of that, you look inside the collar and stuff, and you see JGS. So you kind of like, oh, he was stealing the vampire's clothes.
Yeah.
That's why he was dressed so fancy.
Right.
He was wearing the other dude's clothes.
Anyway, so I sit there and I say, out the door, or out the window, out the window, out the window.
How
Grab
many
body.
times a night can he feed?
You can feed as many times as you
You
want.
can feed countless times.
Alright, and I'm gonna, before we drag this guy out the window, I'm gonna feed again.
So, that's exactly what I was gonna do too, is that as we're carrying him out, I'm just,
Is anybody else trying to feed on this dude?
I don't need to.
See if we can reabsorb some of that lost vampire blood. Did I see a bucket anywhere?
where's my bucket?
If I see the bucket, I would like to go bring the bucket.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I guess not.
Well, I'm not.
He wants confirmation.
No, I just need confirmation. Nothing bad's gonna happen to you. But I'm just wanting to see if that is exactly what you do.
Do you drink from a bucket?
Keep in mind that this was a vampire who was like best friends
With the mistress.
with the mistress.
Would she prefer the blood be lost or back in her coven?
Probably lost, honestly. Like, that's just my opinion. Like, I'm not saying yay, nay, or anything.
Okay.
I'm just
So-
feeding on the dude that we killed.
My character is
Okay.
standing there, he's holding the bucket, thinking about drinking.
Chug, 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 chug.
Quick, lift his legs!
Do any of you drink from the bucket?
No, not the bucket, but I will pretty much like point at the bucket like someone get the bucket. Like we're taking it with us. That one cleans, we get the bucket, and we get the fuck out along with the body. Because this one knows how to hide shit.
In his belly.
Actually, I was thinking about testing to see what it would do.
What, the
Back-
blood?
Yeah, back when I was cleaning the floor, I was like, maybe I should have tested what it would do.
Oh.
Do you drink the blood from the bucket?
I'll taste it, yes.
Easily the sweetest blood you've ever tasted.
He was a diabetic.
Like, out of people that you've fed on before, anytime you feed, it's sweet. But this is like if you're a recovered heroin addict.
Oh no. Oh no.
You just found the mother load.
Again, diabetic, he's in.
I'll drink it.
Very well. Give me a wisdom roll. Just straight wisdom.
That joke's on you. It actually does bad stuff.
14.
You are now the rank of an elder vampire.
Yay! He drank the blood of an elder vampire.
Well,
Big promotion.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
in
kind of.
so much
What
trouble.
happens? What happens if the one chick finds out whose blood you drank?
I am in so much trouble.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so like I said, I'm feeding on the
Some of
dude
us
we
know
just
our
had.
place in life. Stop.
Pretty much.
This is probably the last thing my character's going to do.
The last thing your character's gonna do is go. Get you.
So my character does say like, don't drink all of it. We need to bring it back.
Oh, no.
Yes, we do.
He doesn't hear that.
Yeah, I'm sure he won't, but
He's like I said, he's in his whole own little world there.
yeah.
Just fucking
Don't ever do that again.
It was like afterbirth of a child.
and as you take that blood into yourself, you were unwillingly absorbing the memories of the vampire whose blood this was.
Alright.
The vampire was his offspring. He was sure that he had killed it. That was not the case. So when it was old enough and big enough, it came, hunted him down, and it was going to use him to get other vampires until he ran into you guys. And as this is happening, you are feeling the power inside you, your inner beast, your inner darkness, just envelop and become a whole new creature. Then you feel more powerful than you have ever felt in your entire life. So,
Before you attack,
Oh,
you
no.
must think real hard.
your attribute caps are now 7.
For now.
You are unlocked in all but 2 adaptations and 2 evolutions. And you can get you're unlimited on dark gifts. You can get all 5 dark gift slots filled if you want, or how many there are.
Yeah, 8.
Okay, you can get all 8 dark gift slots filled. You can wait. I got that backwards. Sorry. So you can get all of your evolutions,
Okay.
More blood in the bucket.
and you can get all but 2 adaptations and all but 2 dark gift slots filled.
Everybody, take a drink.
He doesn't leave anything for you guys.
Glutton.
It's not his choice. Like the blood consumed him as he consumed it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was hoping would happen if I drank from the damn beer. It's kind of what I was hoping.
No, it's
With him still having the effects of.
it's still
the
better.
parents
It's
still
still better than regular human blood.
Mhm.
But the blood that he got was pure. The blood
Oh,
he got was tainted.
Right.
It's like eating cow meat after the cow's been eaten by something else.
Right.
It's like you ate the tiger, then ate the cow.
Right.
They ate the grass.
So yeah, you're like in euphoria for a couple seconds, and then in your brain you're like, oh no, oh no, what have I done?
What the fuck?
The mistress is gonna kill
He
you.
pulls it down. Finally, then he snaps out of it. He's like, "Oh shit! I am so dead."
Like,
like,
I can only imagine what she's going to do. Like, she's probably going to like rip your fucking throat out instantly and be like, nope. Then give it back.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Like I said, we're getting the fuck out of there.
Okay, you're getting out. Where do you go?
We can't very well leave the building with the body, so before we actually get out of the room, I'm wanting to see if we can't try to like put his body wrapped up and stuff.
Before we leave the room, we'll look outside. See.
Well, that's what I was saying.
See, we might want
I'm gonna start cleaning up the mess while they're all looking for something to hide the body in.
I'm looking outside, make sure there ain't nobody looking.
Okay, so that's.
If only we didn't take a box out of the room already.
So that's. So that's. I'm just gonna say that's agility on your part because you're quickly trying to clean shit up.
Okay.
You were looking for something to see if that you can.
Like wrap him up in, or like something just to make it look like we're not carrying a body. Maybe that rug we used to cover the floor earlier.
The rug is not big enough to hide a body in because it's.
Bed sheets. Get the bed sheets.
Why have the coffin?
He may have had a coffin. That doesn't mean there was not a bed already in the room.
He said where there was supposed to be.
Well, he may not have had one, but if he was renting a place that might have came with a bed.
Like I said, it was a minimalist kind of thing, so he didn't have a bed.
Well, is there anything we could use to actually wrap him up in?
Curtain?
You may, if you. Okay. Give me an intelligence roll.
Okay. Just straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
Bitch. 17. Wait, 19.
Okay. So, there is a couch. And the cushions are sewn into the couch. And they are filled with goose feathers. That's all I'm going to say.
Someone deflate the poofiness in those couch cushions. We're carrying them out on the couch.
Is he cleaning?
Anyway, what do you do? Come over here. Defluff these cushions. As I'm slowly just like trying to drag the body over to the couch, saying that.
What was your agility?
Okay.
Start working
It
on the
was
couch.
10?
10.
This is the sloppiest clean job that you've ever been a part of.
Considering I'm doing it real fast, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to die.
It makes sense.
This is just panic cleaning because he is just needing to do something because he's freaking out right now.
I'm gonna walk over to the door and crack it open so we can look out. Is that girl still standing there?
She still looked brain dead outside the door.
Yeah, she's still in neuralized mode outside of the hallway.
Make sure I look really good. Look at her. Listen, man said, could you give me a blanket?
Well, no, you won't be able to make yourself look very good. You have to feed first.
I did see them, the boys like you guys did.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say that.
I said if I can have,
You see her go from blank to kind of like waking up.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to scare you. We've had a wild dog come in and attack. Can I get a blanket? My friend is hurt. I need to carry him to the hospital.
You see it? And you see her kind of thinking to herself like, why am I here?
Wow.
I do thank you, Mamselle, for checking on us. I'm sorry for the noise. This is a very large dog. It's attacked us. So please, if I can get a blanket, my friend really needs help.
Oui, monsieur. She like goes into her apartment and she comes out with like a pretty good sized quilt that's been like hand put together.
Why are you getting a quilt? We're already emptying out a couch. Like, it's already happening.
And she just goes, by the way, Monsieur, there was a lot of racket coming from this apartment the other night. Is this what caused the wild dog?
The wild dog got locked in the closet, and we heard something with those our friends, and it came, when we opened the door, it came to attack us.
Is the old man who lived in there?
The young man who lived here was not home for me,
Okay.
so he's out on the scene.
Thank you, Monsieur. And she like
We made that. Thank you.
She like gives you the cloth, and then she starts to step away. She like turns away for a second, going back to her room, and you just see her kind of tilt her head, and it's almost like from the back. You can tell her face is still like, what the fuck was I doing? And she goes back into her apartment and she shuts the door.
Wow, my
We grab old boy up in the
My
corner.
eyes
Stop
are-
this. We stop, take this couch with.
So, you stuff the corpse in the couch, I assume.
Oh, yeah, he is thoroughly stuffed, and then we refluff the rest of the couch back together as much as we can.
Do you throw the quilt on top of the cushions as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you're panicked. So, the couch looks good enough to you.
Like, after we threw the blanket over it, because I assume the blanket we were just given is not covered in blood.
Yeah, the blanket you were just given is not covered in blood now.
So, we should be
it
fine.
it looks like an old blanket that's probably been used quite a lot that she didn't care for anymore, but...
Alright, well, anyway, so we are going to start carrying the couch out.
Okay. So...
Pivot, shut up, shut up!
So because the blanket is on the couch, it's actually doing a fairly good job covering up the lumps of what the cushions would be, and the saggy underneath the couch from where the weight of the corpse is mostly focused at. So that Quilt's doing a lot of cover up for this particular job. But sure enough, you get the couch out, you get it down there.
Back out the building we go, and out the way we came into the city. Carrying the couch. Anyone asks, we're doing, someone hired us to do some renovations on their apartment, and they wanted to get rid of this couch.
Nice.
Type this.
Yes. Only time they were available while they were home. They work during the day, all day, so the only time they could
Must
have
be
had
a
it was at
doctor.
night. Exactly. Oh, and here's the best part. If they ask, hand them the dentist card. Say, there you go. This is the guy.
I gave you guys everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So, a couple hours pass for you to get back to the plantation.
Yes. I wonder how she's gonna react when we say we brought a couch.
I'm gonna have to go right back to see him.
Unlike the previous night before, the plantation's actually lit up. It stayed lit up throughout the night. And then all of you feel the presence the closer you get to the plantation.
The moment I can sense the presence of my sire, I'm just gonna sit there and just drop the couch immediately and be like, oh shit.
The moment I sense mine, I'm like, my knees are just shaking.
Yeah, my instant thought is
Everyone except you.
uh-oh.
You don't feel your sire's presence.
You drank your sire.
No, but he's probably equal rank to his sire now.
He sees you two freaking out, and he's like, what's going on?
Yeah, my character, my character wouldn't be freaking out, but my character would have instantly dropped the couch, been like, oh.
I'm just, my voice is just shaking. I'm like, shut it.
La la.
Like, do you not feel the presence of your sire? Because I just got instant feeling about my sire being somewhere
Breaks
nearby.
from me out.
Mon ami, you
I
are,
hope.
mon ami, you are done for.
But anyway,
So
my character like shakes
your
it off
gut
and
is
picks up the
filled
couch
with an
again.
entirely different feeling now. This is like heading home after school with a detention slip.
Yeah. He's been feeling that feeling the whole. From the minute he realized he drank the bucket.
You drank the bucket, now you're gonna kick the
This
bucket.
is normally it takes a while. The trudge to get to the plantation takes a while. This time was on crack. you couldn't get the time to pass slower if you tried.
Yeah, because like the moment we would have left that city would have been the moment we were hightailing it out of there, being like, everyone grab a hold, heave ho, ah!
So like, are you doing anything to try to slow these guys down at all?
No.
Okay. So you finally get to the plantation, and the door is already open.
Hey! He instantly starts going in.
And on the inside, you see your sire.
Uh-oh.
I step back out of the way.
And he's looking at you, very confused. Because he didn't feel you either.
Well, anyway, I bet everyone else is confused watching us bring in a couch.
I'm just
Make
with you.
sure
I'm
I'm
ready
looking
for
at
the
him
couch.
terrified. He's
Yeah,
looking
we're
at
just
me
dragging in this
confused,
couch.
and it's like,
I have nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
Like, we're not even phased by
It is
him stopping. We're just
a
like,
big-
bring the couch.
I feel my familiar too. I'm still trying to figure out why everybody's freaking out.
It
I'm
is
like,
just
I
a-
haven't pissed mine off in a minute.
It is
You
just
know,
a
mine's not
big
pissed off at me,
question
I'm not pissed
mark.
off at him. It's just, I know that my sire is
Like,
extremely
above-
difficult to deal with.
Above his head might as well just be a big neon question mark. And on your face, if you could go pale, you would.
You don't get
Anyway.
a paler than you are, buddy, but
Anyway, so after me and him get the couch in there, we sit it down, I pull off the blanket, and I said, behold! As I rip the couch cushion off, and he flops out on the floor.
All of them are just kind of like, there wasn't a more subtle way to do that? Like,
Not at the time, no. None of us had the ability, besides him, of climbing out of a building. And
no, about presenting the corpse to everybody. You just bam, here, y'all.
well, they didn't say specifics.
This is Mr. Smith's
Killer.
bastard Denpier's son.
How'd you know he was a bastard? But he never said he told us. So that's why my character's like, wait, how'd you know that?
Yeah, I'm wondering that as well.
so, at that point where you go, wait, how'd you know that? His sire looks at you, and you see him kind of thinking to himself, why would he be asking that question? Why can't I feel you? And then his face goes from confusion to understanding
To pure rage.
to realizing to straight daggers. He's not saying shit,
I was saying,
but he is furious.
Yeah.
like, so my character sat there because he would have sat there and said, we got the killer of, what's his name? J.G. Smith? Or
Yeah.
Was it G.J.?
It's J.G. Smith.
Okay.
I imagine
Anyway,
his
and then
paranoid, in
whenever
his
he
scared
said that-
look, he's not even thinking about what he was gonna say. He just blurted it out.
Yeah, and
like-
your sire, hearing the name, goes from daggers back to, oh shit.
Yeah, because he probably knows what's coming up next.
You're your own grandpa.
Because he probably just realized that he just dug his own grave, especially when the mistress finds out.
Would you like a shovel?
He don't need it.
No, she's probably gonna hand him a shovel and tell him to start digging.
So, at this point, the mistress hears the commotion going on outside, and she just kind of flings the doors open, and then comes out, and she's just like, "Oh, you're all here.
Yes.
Wonderful." And she starts coming, and she's like, "What is this mess in my floor that you brought me?"
Oh, sorry. Excuse the couch. This is the only way we can conceal the body. But
Does Lebo do that?
But no, so my
French, he don't give a fuck.
my character just bows and says, "We found the Dampier that had killed JGS, or whatever his full name is. I'm just gonna call him JGS. This is the only way we can really smuggle him out of the building and not cause a scene. We would have had a bucket, but this one over here drank everything in
It
the
was a
bucket."
mistake. I swear. I just wanted to taste.
The
And
entire
I lost
room.
The entire company just
The entire room goes from being okay, what's going on, to very tense.
You're welcome, dude.
Why do you think I'm back away? Like, you know, y'all.
And she's just kind of like, a bucket, you say?
Yeah. When we found this Dampier, he had a whole bunch of like black veins going on. He seemed rather powerful at the time being, like almost he had just fed, or how did someone describe it? As I looked to the rest of the group, saying like when a Dampier feeds, they get more powerful.
A vampire or anything?
Anyway, so I assumed whatever bucket he had in there had blood in it because he had to have just fed based off how he looked, and he drank the rest of it as I point to that Dave.
As he says this, I get down into the beheading position.
Him lying back and just says, "Assume the position."
Yeah, he's just ready to die. He's like, I screwed up so bad, I am dead.
She takes a second. And she kind of ponders to herself. And you hear the pads of her bare feet on the stone next to you. And she goes, "Why are you down there?"
I assumed I was going to be killed.
If I was going to kill you, it would have happened before you went down there.
Okay. As I rise slowly.
Probably refusing to make eye contact.
She gets like really close into your character, and you feel her smell from like your shoulder up your neck, and it makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and you are like, okay, this is probably where she's gonna kill me. She just didn't want to bend over to do it.
You know, that's somewhere in this.
And she takes a second, she steps back. Give me a wisdom roll.
Please roll all ones. Please roll all ones. Please roll all ones.
That's 16.
Damn.
So, as she leans back, you feel her presence go into your mind. You're out. Okay? You're not dead. Not fully dead.
Just went unconscious?
He just went, plopped on the floor. And she goes, "I have the proper punishment for this one."
Oh boy. my character's just thinking in his brain, uh-oh.
It would be a shame to make him go to waste, but he has overstepped his bounds.
Uh-huh. My character's not moving. He's just like, uh-huh.
You didn't like that character anyway, did you?
The rest of you, however, I promised you a reward befitting the feat that you were able to accomplish. And And while a promotion was what was in store for you, that big of one was not on the table. She immediately looks at you and daggers.
I'm just.
She's like, if you even, like, this look says if you even try, I will rip your heart out your ass.
I'm just shaking. It's weird.
My character's just kind of just sitting there, just like, I'm not gonna say a word. Yeah, I'm not saying a word.
So, she walks over to your sire, and she goes, you're going to have to find one to replace him. And he's like, very well. I do have a candidate already in mind. And she goes, good. Walking back, she keeps looking at you unconscious on the ground.
I imagine she just steps on me as she moves over.
No, she deliberately doesn't walk on you.
No, she just fucking like judo chops you with her leg, just and just knocks you against the wall.
And to the rest of the sires, she goes, all of you may have a bite of him. A bite. And all of the sires are like, promotion. she's like, wait. First, you four. Your sires may present themselves to you. So the sires are like, oh, everyone in the room's getting a promotion. So your sires open themselves up to you biting them, and or cutting themselves or what have you, so you can drink from them. So all four of you now are blooded vampires, which means that you are able to go to your fifth evolution, your fifth adaptation, and your fifth dark gift. And you have a level cap of 5 on your attributes. And she goes, now you may all take a bite of him. And all the sires go and they bite you. They don't drain you. You're still alive.
I mean, it probably feels like you're being drained because you have, like, what, 5 sires gnawing on them?
There's a little nom-nom going through.
Yeah, whenever I come up to shout here to take a bite out, I'm just like really terrified when I do.
She's giving you this look like,
It's like,
But when it comes to me
I
and
want
my
to leave
sire,
bite her.
when it comes to me and my sire, I would have just like got down on one knee and just like looked down at the ground until he decided how he was going to let me feed.
so, after the sires feed on your character, she calls out to her main man, James, and she goes, do we have a coffin ready? And he goes, always, we always have coffins ready. And she goes, very well. Be sure to reward these four with their coffins. Place him in one, with the soil where he's from. Chain lock it shut. Nail it, and we'll find a special place for it.
Lovely.
And when he's been asleep long enough to make up for the years for the blood that he drank, we'll let him out.
Let his head on the character sheet now.
So your character's not dead,
But he's in a deep sleep.
he's been forced into torpor, into further notice.
These you got some new memories to keep going.
So yeah, the next time we have an episode of this game, you will be playing a new character.
Just so you know.
Oh, Lord.
And that's the adventure I had for tonight.
Alright.
Awesome.
How can you finish on a better note than ta-da?
could have been Topher's character.
Right?
An extreme mess up.
Well, my first and only thought was I'm not drinking from the bucket. Because if I get the rank of Elder from drinking out of the bucket, I know something fucked up's gonna happen. I'm gonna see if I can't get Elder by drinking out of that.
We can turn the light off now. So, if there is, yeah, just 1 second. If there is anyone watching,
By all means, thank you.
by all means, thank you for watching. We broadcasted from the Warriors Den in Scottsburg, Indiana. Thank you all for joining us. Have yourselves a very good night and happy Halloween.